like we could meet Ray Lewis at this NFL thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go
to
see
meet
Ray Lewis.
Yeah.
So I met him, and Ed Reed was meant to be there, but he didn't turn up. And I remember Bish was like to me, he's like, bro, why didn't you go? And I was like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't rate any of them. And then he was like, but why? And then I sat down to myself and I was like, it's Great Britain, but is it really Great Britain? Because I did judo for.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of the X's and O's podcast. It's your boy, Mr. Selenke, live and direct in the flesh. And I'm joined by Snowman.
Come on, what's good, peeps?
What are you saying? I've got in the studio running back you. You got Glenn.
I don't have a quitting Joe yet, but I'm gonna come up with one.
That's cool.
I need one. I need the quitting Joe.
We got the brand. We got the money. We got the future. Aaron Mahoney Jones.
What's up, my people?
Garden City.
Garden City, man.
Yellow and white, man. Ain't seen that, bro.
Yeah, lit, man.
Yeah.
Hope everyone's well. Everyone's looking after themselves. We're free now. Lockdown 2.0 has been lifted. So, yeah, man, get yourselves in the gym and look after your bodies.
Jeez.
So, a bit of a semi-juicy topic today. I wanted to ask you guys what your thoughts were on the standard of Britball teams currently. So you guys have played abroad. You guys have seen it all. I know we're behind, but are we in a position where British teams can catch up to the guys in perhaps Europe and America? And what are the things that they need to do to sort of get to that level?
I don't think we're too far behind.
You don't?
Just looking at in the GFL, just looking at their domestic players,
yeah,
and looking at ours, I don't think athletically we're behind at all.
Oh, wow.
I'd say we have probably as many athletes, if not better athletes, as they do. I just feel like their level of coaching,
yeah,
and the structure of their league is better, which allows them to be in a better performance, to play better, or to have that experience of being an import. But yeah, athletically, I'd pick guys from here that I think are better than their top guys. But I think that it's just the structure of leagues and teams doesn't allow guys to go much further, or have easy access to other teams in Europe. If you say if you're a domestic player in Germany, you say you play for the Dresden Monarchs, it'd be easier for you to go to any other team than if you said, okay, I'm a UK guy, I played for the London Blitz. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you could be just as good as the other guy, but just because of the team you played for and the structure of your league and the access you have, it'll just make life a lot more easier for you.
Okay, so quick question off the back of that then. This is a debate that loads of people have. Do the national champions in the UK beat the national champions in Germany?
No.
Okay.
No. But not because, again, we're not as good. I feel they'd probably just have better coaches.
Yeah, cool.
And they'd probably just outsmart us.
Yeah. Football
IQ and just even time training and stuff like that. We don't really train together that much.
But just to cut in there, I think it's also good to point out that the national team, is it with imports or not? So when you say...
Okay. Ooh, good question.
So if it was just
when you say the national champs of, I don't know, if you had Braunschweig now without the imports, I don't know, is that a different team to Braunschweig with their imports?
I think they would be us. I think it'd be by far, yeah.
So what, just normal Germans, so just German players?
Yeah, I think it would be by far, yeah. It would be by far, yeah.
Damn, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
This goes to show the standard of coaching and level of training in Europe must be insane.
And I feel it's just the commitment to the sport that guys have too. So I think because they play in big crowds and because they have access to better facilities, guys are more motivated to work out harder. But I feel in the UK it's kind of you only play the sport because you love it.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna stress myself to play in front of two people. Whereas when okay, there's this amount of thousands of fans coming to watch me, you don't want to be lacking. You know what I mean? You're more encouraged to work out. So I think it's just stuff like that and access to coaching. When okay, this guy who played in the NFL is coming. You kind of want to impress them, coming to play for your team. Whereas I feel in the UK we have a different mentality. I feel we couldn't have imports here because I don't know anyone from London that would be happy about someone else coming to take their spot.
Oh wow!
But
So
I feel like,
you would be against Britball taking in imports.
yeah, I think that would be the worst thing we can do.
I think that's one of the first times I've heard that.
innit?
Yeah, a lot of people are always
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, bring imports in. They're gonna raise the
And now I
level
wanna
of the
ask,
game.
Like, why, bro? I
Because-
think it'd be lit if we had imports here, bro.
Because
Can't lie.
inputs don't care about your team. If I'm being honest, they just
I hear
want to
it.
come, make their money, and play. So
I
like,
hear it.
I've been around like, well, not like on the teams that I played for, but I know guys who have played for like teams, and they don't care about like coaching the other
It's just a
guys.
job, yeah.
They just want to come here, play ball, get money, and kick. And I feel like, especially living in London, I feel like we'd have that. So like, guys think that like imports would come and do the coaching. I don't think many imports want to do that.
See, that's the thing. Sorry to cut in, but
It's fine.
off the back of that, yeah, it's like we don't need imports. We need the older players that have done everything
Yeah.
to help the younger players come through.
Mm.
Because there was a couple of players at Blitz that helped us. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
like we didn't really need imports at the time to come tell us. So like Glenn said, like me from South London, what am I gonna like someone from Dusseldorf coming to tell me, right, this and the other, this is what you got. I'm just gonna look at you
Yeah.
like, yeah, chill. But
Yeah.
if I see someone that's come from where I'm from, kind of thing, and made it and done what he had to do in order to like play ball or whatever, and he's telling me, like, for example, Bish, Glenn, Akinlade, like Niall from the Warriors and
Yeah.
Ariel, them guys there, they come and after the game and tell you this and the other,
Yeah.
like that there will motivates me and wants me to play more. You know what I'm saying? So I could have two people at a game,
Yeah.
and because they told me that I know that the end goal is still achievable. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah, I think yeah, we don't really need imports. I'm not gonna agree with Glenn. I've always said that I don't really feel that we need imports. Also, like, people aren't cut right over here to have
Yeah.
imports. No offense, not a lot of people are cut right. Like, you have people like that live and breathe American football,
Yeah.
and then you got people here that do it part time, this and that. That's cool and that, but are you willing to step your game up? And I don't think a lot of people are willing to step their game up.
Yeah. So a lot of
You know what I'm
people would
saying?
just be like,
So-
if this guy comes, I'm off. I'm not.
Yeah,
gonna try
exactly,
work.
and that's
yeah.
not the right mentality to have.
Yeah. No.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I hear
So-
that.
On that, wouldn't you still say that? So you saying that there's not something you could learn? Say like, I don't know, bang D1 player straight out, I don't know, whatever state, yeah, has come to play at London Blitz over the summer because he's got a job there. Whether he decided to coach or not, if my man was about his money or not, you saying that there's not something you'd even learn just by like seeing that guy visually?
No, 100%. No,
Do you know
I'll
what I'm
learn
saying?
something from him, and I'll learn something from the guy from Dusseldorf as well. You know what I'm saying? But it's a thing where, like, relatability is key. Is a key factor. And like in America, them guys are seeing people come from like down the road. They used to have Thanksgiving together, now they're in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? And like with us, it's hard because like, cool, we have football, we have rugby, this and the other, but American football, never really seen someone do that. And now people like FA, like, when he came over to England, he grew up like down the road from me, like 2 minutes away from me.
Right.
So I'm seeing that, I'm like, raw, like, that's big, bro. Like, he's out there sacking Tom Brady.
Yeah.
No one can tell me that I can't
Yeah.
go
this
one-on-one
and-
against Bobby Wagner in a few years, you know what
Yeah,
I'm
no,
saying?
it's
So,
true.
like,
No, it's true though. It's true.
They're
So-
getting chucked still.
So,
Yeah,
from your
shut
opinion,
up.
then, do you think BAFA are also not too far behind GFL, and there's just a few things that they need to?
me, I can't speak on GFL because I haven't been out there to see,
Yeah,
but because I went to Karlstad the other day,
yeah.
and I saw that, like, I think personally, athletically, we're way better. Like, the real
Yeah,
team,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
we're way
yeah.
better than them athletically. Football wise, no, not really, because they've been playing from young together and everything. But athletically, we got boys out here that are running 4-4s for jokes,
Yeah.
jumping through the roof, agile as like
Yeah.
as a rabbit. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys out here are able to do whatever they can do in ball athletically. It's just the will to have, like, to want to learn to play ball. And I think that's what NFL Academy are instilling in these boys, because you're getting boys from inner cities, from the country, whatever,
Yeah.
that are athletes, and now they're gonna become ballers.
They're getting
I
a
don't know
shot.
what's gonna happen now, boy,
Yeah.
'cause- and like ATP's helping them as well.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Quick plug. So I guess going back to you, because you've played in Europe. So two things: do the domestic guys, and this goes to you as well, me. Do the domestic guys out there get played? So if you're in Poland, do the Polish guys get paid to play in the league as well? If you're German, do the German guys get paid to play in GFL? And secondly, what is it that's attracting 4,000, 3,000 people to come to these games? And Baffa, we can't attract more than 2 people. And like someone said earlier,
the first question, I think it depends on the team.
Okay.
So like within the league, like not every team is doing it. It's like some teams will pay like all their German guys, or some teams will pay like all their Polish guys, but like across the board, some teams don't do it. But like they'll offer like stuff like to make like you paying subs worthwhile.
Okay.
So like in Finland, I know like there's a team like their Finnish guys pay like €1,000 or something like that a month, but then that comes with stuff like your gym membership. You actually get sports insurance like outside of what the league provides, like stuff like that. So like, okay, you're not getting paid and you're paying, but you know, we're giving you like the experience of an import. You're still playing in front of the same fans. You still have access to the same facilities.
How much did you say they pay?
€1,000.
Who, so like domestic guys?
Yeah, I can't go into the team, but yeah, they pay.
Wow, I'm just trying to compare it to like our subs here. Like,
Our subs here are nothing.
There's that, but there's also like the fact that like,
That's true.
how am I paying subs and then you guys are using my subs to pay for?
And that's why I feel like we can never have inputs here, because there's no way, even if this guy is better than me, there's no way I'm paying subs. The culture here would not allow that. Allow someone else to come and be living off my money. Nah,
do you know what I mean? I'm paying for this guy basically. Then telling
and that leads me to like the second question. I feel like like they just love American football out there. So like with Dresden, for example, we'd have like all these things going on, but some of these people are volunteering. They're not getting paid. Whereas here, like you have to pay everyone, regardless of what it is. You'd have to pay them because everyone's so like focused with everything else. But there, the community is like so strong that you'd have cameramen coming out to practice and filming every practice, and like they're probably not getting paid for it. But there's just that love within the community. But because I feel like London, should I say, or the UK doesn't have that like community vibe to it, so like no one feels the need. Why am I going to come and film practice when I can be chilling with my wife?
But I find that the reason why I find that so weird is because you can't tell me that every other big European country loves American football more than the guys in the UK, because we actually have an NFL game here. And I know there's a difference between NFL games and Britball games, but I'm looking at Spain, Portugal, Germany, Finland. All of these guys have Prem League essentially, and are able to get perhaps even 100 people at their games, right? We can't even get 2. Like that's why I'm confused, because like you can't tell me every other European city has a love for American football and we don't.
It's the British culture, you know.
I think it's also like that. So like with Dresden, for example, we do like a lot of school stuff, and like it's the kids that will get their parents to come to games. So it's like here I don't know like many teams that have like that have like schemes like that.
Our culture ain't for that, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it goes to what we were talking about a few months ago about giving us scholarships. In my uni, like, because we're like Britain is Britain, you know what I'm saying? We're just
don't care about sports.
We love like the only sports we like is rowing, archery, cricket, football. You know what I'm saying? But people can really make it in the sport if they put their passion into it. And like you go up to places like Tamworth or even my uni, and you go and like we did Explosion, and like you see literally thousands of people, because they love sport and they want to see people perform sport, and that's a uni game. If we can get something for like 3,000-4,000 people there, like watching us in the rain, like you could easily sell out Britball. You know what I'm saying? Britball is the 2 best teams, but like 2 best teams in the country playing up against each other. You're seeing good athletes. I don't know why these stadiums aren't being sold out. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
I think it's literally just off that. I think it's in these other countries, it's a genuine experience, fam. I remember when I was playing in Dusseldorf, wherever, I'm going through the city, I'm seeing posters of the game in different parts of the city, and that
little things like that.
Posters everywhere.
Outside the games, there's all these barbecue things and that, like little tailgating thing. Not unlike the States, but do you know what I mean? They're making the experience of it. So like, there's a reason to sort of like come out and enjoy the game and like enjoy the whole thing. And I think at the same time, a big difference is a lot of the teams here, like you invite people down to come and play the game, you're just going to be standing out on a patch of grass somewhere. There ain't no real, do you know what I'm saying?
There's no real like NFL
chill,
football
like,
vibe.
do you know what I'm saying? Proper vibes. So I think if there was more investment on that level, you might then get more people coming out because, like you said, explosion or whatever, all them things.
It's an experience.
Do you know what I mean?
Like
It's an experience. It's a vibe, like
more than like to watch the sport. It's the experience that like comes with it. Whereas here, it's like I'm not coming to watch someone play in a park.
You know what I mean? in the rain.
Yeah. Whereas if you invite me to like a decent stadium, where like there's cheerleaders and like music and like food and I get that kind of like as close as they can to like an NFL game day or college game day, then I feel like you'd come. But
I think that's what it is. Yeah, that's right. If you get close as you can to an NFL game, I think people will then start to be like, right, like, this is my close experience to an NFL game.
No,
but
couldn't agree more. Where does that stem from though? Is that, do the teams have a responsibility of making sure that their game days are better, or should BAFA as the governing body be doing more to encourage teams to do little things like, i.e., if you've got a home stadium, maybe put some seats out, maybe have, you know what I mean, a food tent or drinks tent or something to make it seem like it's more than just 11 guys hitting each other on the field in a park somewhere.
Both. I think both sides have to like come together.
Yeah.
Like on the actual day, I feel like that's kind of down to the team.
Yeah.
Like BAFA can't meet everywhere, but in terms of like instilling like, I don't know, rules or like even like school schemes or like promotion, I feel like that can come from like BAFA in terms of like trying to grow the game. But I guess teams have a responsibility for themselves to like do that, because like at Dresden we had full-time coaches, so like and like full-time management, so like that was their job.
That's crazy.
Do you know what I mean? So like if guys don't turn up, it's on you. So like your job was to take care of like all the promotion and stuff like that. Your job was to like make sure that like tickets were being sold, and that like people had like, you had like a website where people could go that you're promoting on social media. Whereas here, like, you don't have full-time coaches. So it's like, if I can do it on a Sunday night, then
if I can get around to it, I will.
Yeah,
man, that's crazy. And go on, sorry.
No, it's just that's. I mean, obviously Glenn said it, innit? Like, but it's both. Because you know, I remember when I was young and I first came to Blitz, because when I messaged Warriors, I always heard about Warriors. Like, my uncle would talk about Warriors, my boys would talk about Warriors, and I messaged them, hit them up, and they didn't come back to me, innit? So I was like, let me go Blitz, because everyone's talking about Blitz as well. And I thought I was going to step in there, and it was going to be like my first senior game, watching them. They played some team in the Europe, and I think that's when they were playing in Europe as well. Yeah. And there was loads of people, but people were just standing up. Yeah. So I was like, people really must love this sport to stand up. And then I thought to myself, in a few years' time, there's going to be seats, like BAFA and Blitz are going to come together or something. Yeah. They're going to make seats, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's not come about. Like, Warriors, they played in, I think it was somewhere, I don't want to say Selhurst. Where was it? It was like near Crystal Palace. Yeah, it was Selhurst, didn't it? Yeah, so it was Selhurst. And they had like their stadium there. You know what I'm saying? And they always had people there, like, packed up. And I think that's what every team in this country needs, something like that. You just got to take initiative, man. Just literally, and just, if you want to enjoy the game, just
spend money to make money.
You got to spend money to make money. That's cool. That's what it comes down to. You have to invest it.
Broke mentality.
See it back. So, realistically, how far away do you think Britball is from being at a level whereby we can start encouraging fans to come and watch our game, and the Sundays are actually an experience rather than just
like 10 years
10
or something?
years.
I say 10 years.
No, I don't think so. I think because this NFL Academy thing, I think this is going to be the one to set off, because they train in New River, and I think I don't know but they probably play there. They probably play a game there too.
NFL
a couple
Academy
of games
will sell
there.
out New River.
They will sell out. Like, they'll have their people there, because they're all young. They'll have their boys go there from college. Their families come there. The oldest, like us, go down there. Like, the you guys come down there. The scouts and like, they will sell out. And it'll be like Friday Night Lights, and then people will see that and they'll be like, right, cool. Britball is serious. And then from there, I think that's what will kickstart. It'll be the youngest to kickstart it, and it shouldn't be like that. It should be the oldest that should help. But you know what I'm saying?
I've always said that in Britball we need to do better in marketing the sport and our teams altogether and in general, and I think that's why NFL Academy has done so well. They just market well. They're in newspapers,
social media presence.
They've got social media presence. There's so much of that. I can't remember the last time I saw a Britball team in the newspaper.
That's what I'm saying. So like, people like, obviously, Filton that, but people like Filton, like, what are they doing? Like they've been here for how many years? Like 20 something years.
Yeah, you're right.
And they don't even like. Obviously, they got a couple of boys from there like Eddie and all that lot, but like they ain't really done too much. I feel that to me, it feels like the NFL Academy has done more in a year than Fulton's done in 25.
Yeah, so no, I think Fulton have definitely done a lot, but you're right. Maybe, like I say, the marketing of
they've done a lot in like helping boys get to wherever they need to get to, but marketing wise,
social media presence,
all that stuff, man.
Yeah.
Alright, so plot twist: would either of you, Aaron or Glenn, go play for the Warriors? And if not, why?
Will we play for the Warriors? You see, because I grew up a Blitz boy, innit? And I would love to because their coaching is like top notch. They're top notch coaching, and like TA played like at a top level. All their ballers, like, you know what I'm saying? They got ballers, and I feel like if I got there, I'd have to like really work.
You don't want to work?
No, huh? No, that's what I'm saying. I would love. That's why I would love to go there, innit? When I went to Blitz after America, I felt like I didn't need to put in that much work.
Seriously?
I went there. I wasn't starting. Obviously, I wasn't starting because Gabs was there, Timmy, this and the other. But I just did what I needed to do in order to be like the first string, second string running back.
Yeah.
Whereas Warriors, it's week in, week out. I can tell. Like I got a couple of boys I went to school with that there, and they're like, yeah, bro, like training was serious. Yeah. But because I grew up a Blitz boy, I can't. Like I actually can't. Like Blitz, cool. I used to. I can't.
So as a lifer, Glenn, can you explain why it is that once you go Blitz, you can't. Do you know what I mean?
I didn't say that.
Oh, you didn't say that? Fair enough.
So someone asked me a question the other day. I was on a different podcast, and they're like, if Warriors were to go like professional, like proper professional, and they're like to take part in like professional leagues, and like you'd be getting paid, and like good money, and then like my boys, and then my boys would be there. I'd be like,
that's not fair because I think anyone would do that.
But like right now, nah, man. Like,
but why not?
Just loyalty, man.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do that to my boys. And like, like if I was to play in the UK, it'd have to be my boys. Yeah. Like I don't want to go to a new team and like have to make new friends. Like, nah, I want to play my boys. Like these are my ride or dies. So yeah.
What about another team in the Premier, for example, Kent or something like that?
Nah, no chance. That'd be a waste of time.
That'd be a waste of time. Something like Kent.
Nah, not Kent. But
Tamworth,
yeah.
Nah, man, I'm not playing. Nah. Like to coach, I'd love to coach, but to play, like that's just another level of commitment for what, like.
I heard that.
Yeah,
I heard that. Do you think that the Blitz can start rivaling the Warriors anytime soon, or is there a lot of work that needs to be done?
I think
get to that stage.
We definitely have the talent for it. I feel like there's just like a few like pieces like here and there that just like stops us from like rivaling them. And like maybe consistency. Yeah. Like I feel like some guys will leave and come back, or some guys will leave and then like they have like loads of new guys.
I've always said the same thing. I think that's one thing that plagues the Blitz a lot more than Tamworth or Warriors. I'm not saying that guys don't go Europe, but I think over the last couple of years, I've seen so many guys from the Blitz
go Europe. And then like you have like a lot of new guys who like you need to like rather like you need to like grow and develop them, but then like now they're forced to like to step out straight away. And like you have teams like Warriors, you have like they're older, has been playing from time, who are still there. Exactly. So I feel like that's like the main thing that's like stopping Blitz from like being national champions. But I think we have probably, if not better, more borders. Like just talent wise, than like Warriors.
No, I heard 100%. I heard that.
Why did you follow the flag?
I don't know.
Disagree. Agreement on that, bro.
Nah, it's true. It's true, man.
Nah, I hear it a lot. Your thoughts on Tamworth then? Because Tamworth made the final.
Yeah, I mean, I mess with Tamworth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I obviously because I go to Birmingham. Yeah. Like,
play with a lot of them.
It's I played with a lot of them. They speak highly of Angus and how can I forget his name? Scott.
Coach Scott.
Coach Scott. Sorry, and like and the camaraderie there, innit? But the reason why I didn't like Tamworth for years was because when they beat Blitz in the finals, and I just felt that they shouldn't have.
Yeah.
I looked at them and I was like,
100%.
I think a lot of people watched that. Me personally, I watched that final a couple of times. I think.
Yeah, I was like, you guys shouldn't have won. And then when I'm around the players, I understand why. Because me playing a year at Blitz Seniors and now training and spending all my time with boys that play at Tamworth, I understand why. Because I used to go training at Blitz on a Sunday.
Yeah.
And they just be like, this is like, there's no brotherhood. There's like, everyone's out there just to make a play in training and just play against Warriors. And then when you play against Warriors, you get slapped anyway. Yeah. So there's no point. Yeah. So
rather than mark the 2 dates in the calendar against Warriors, mark every single Sunday,
every single Wednesday, and in all the days in between.
Yeah.
And then do what you got to do. Like Tamworth, them boys there, like. A lot of the younger ones, they're in the gym together. Yeah. They train together. They link up. Like Angus, we got a group chat, and Angus and Eddie, and all the boys in the Midlands, we got link up and train together. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The youngers do that in London, but if you want to play against the best ballers over here in London and compete, why are you not doing that? Yeah. And like obviously, there's some, like Glenn said, people got up and left to Europe, like Janelle, Jeff, Kojo, obviously Glenn. Yeah. And people in their positions, they didn't step up. Yeah. And they've been trying to step up for 3 years.
I'm with you on that.
I went to America, come back, and you're still trying to step up.
Trying to step up. Yeah, it's true. No, you're right. Facts. Spitting.
Literally.
Facts. Mazine. That's a Mazine, bro.
Onus is on the players.
It's on the players.
There's no doubt. If a player, if you're a second, first string player in any team, not just the Blitz, in any team, and that guy's gone elsewhere, could have got injured, abroad, whatever, the onus is on you to step up. You can't rely on anyone else to do your job for you. You can't rely on the coach to make you play on the field any better. Yes, the coach is there to coach you, but at the end of the day, the only thing he can do is pick you to be on the field. The onus is on you to make plays. The onus is on you to be in the gym. The onus is on you to read your playbook and get the football IQ you need to have to be able to execute in that position, in my opinion.
Like, I've spoken to some, one or two NFL players, and like the way they talk about the NFL is different to what we think. Yeah. Like their coaches don't get onto them about training. Yeah. It's their PTs and everything, like this and other. This is what you got to do, and them themselves. So if you think a coach that doesn't even, this is not even his job, is gonna try and push you, you're deluded. Yeah. So you think we'll do sprints and we'll do conditioning and everything, and I'm seeing people dead, and they're playing linebacker. Yeah. Like I'm coming from playing a year in America where the linebackers and the O-linemen, like Bam, is running a 4.8, and you're telling me you're at linebacker and you can't even keep up with the O-linemen. Like, they just, please, man.
That's mad.
So it's on you. It's definitely on them.
100%. That's a very, very interesting take on that, man. Like, man, football's deep sometimes, but at the same time, it's very basic. Do the little things right, and
that's what Coach Henry used to say. Shout out Coach Henry, man. Yeah, my under-19 coach, man. He's a real OG in this game. He just said, do the little things, and the big things will come easy. Like literally.
Yeah, there's a reason why they're 10 times national champions
in a row, I swear.
And he's not even and he's not even a GB coach.
Yeah.
But let me not.
Let's take another day, bro.
He's only been out of it for 1 year. You never know. He might be.
He might do, but
I think he will. I think he'll come back.
Yeah, I think he should. Yeah, I think he definitely should. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously TA, he's doing because TA and him, I see them two on the same level. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And TA's obviously got the NFL Academy, and Coach Henry's got Blitz, but Blitz isn't it's not as big as the NFL Academy. So he could definitely, I think he should definitely be in something big. Like Coach 100%. Henry's won 10 natties.
Yeah, something stupid
in the past 12 years or something stupid. Like,
what are your thoughts on GB seniors then? Before we wrap up.
Me, let me go first because you can speak longer, innit? Because you played it. Me personally, I got invited there when I was 18.
Seniors, yeah?
Yeah, seniors. Yeah. I got invited there when I was 18. I think me and Eddie were like one of the youngest invites. Yeah. And I was like, because we got to the same day we went, like we had to go there. We met, like we could meet Ray Lewis at this NFL thing. Yeah. So I was like, I'm going to go see Ray Lewis. Yeah. So I met him, and Ed Reed was meant to be there, but he didn't turn up. And I remember Bish was like to me, he's like, bro, why didn't you go? And I was like, I'm not going to lie to you, I don't rate any of them. And then he was like, but why? And then I sat down to myself and I was like, it's Great Britain, but is it really Great Britain? Because I did judo for 11 years or whatever, for 6 of those years I represented Great Britain, innit?
Oh,
And
damn.
if you were in Great Britain, like you
felt
you
like
were the
was
best.
part of
You were the
Great Britain,
best in the country, or you were like top 10 in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there was no two ways about it. Here, yeah, it's not that. It's definitely not
Full
that. And the coaches as well. So that's how I felt back then. Now it's starting to change. So we'll see, innit?
We'll see
So
what
I
happens,
probably like I'm trying to play next year for Great Britain, definitely.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
So the first thing is I feel like the issues that we have, like regarding like the men's senior team, I found that like other countries have the same issues.
Okay.
Or like they feel like they have the same issues, but I
Yeah.
guess because they do better than us, we just assume that
They
they
can
don't.
get away with it. Like,
Yeah.
I guess it's all well and good complaining, saying, "Oh, my country didn't pick me," but if they win something, can
Yeah, and like being around like in the GFL, like or like playing in Poland,
yeah,
all these national programs have that issue.
yeah,
And I feel like the reason why it's easier for them though is because like it's easier to say like who's the best.
yeah,
I feel like here everyone always like debating, or everyone like disagrees on like, oh no, this guy should be playing, or that guy should be playing. So it's always a case of like some people feel like the GB team isn't the best guys, but then like some people think they are.
yeah.
So I feel like it's hard to like say, okay, like these 55 are like the best guys in the country, because there's always going to be someone who disagrees. I feel like the main issue that we have is like funding. So like one of my boys I played with like Dresden at France, he was like how like they didn't pay for nothing. Like when they were doing like they played like small tiny fees, but it was nothing like what we're paying here. So like that automatically like attracts more guys.
Yeah.
And then like just the level of competition, like the guys that were going was much better, and like they train a lot more frequently and have like a lot more camps. So I feel like it's more like than just, okay, we're gonna have like 3 practices a year.
I had a friend that played for France, and he said that at one of their camps they had like 110 people in one group in it. But the reason why they have that is because naturally not everyone's going to be able to make it. So if you've got a massive pool of players that you can invite to a camp, and he said like they took over like a whole boarding school or something like that. 110 people, it's mad to manage, but at the same time, you know, okay, this is our pool, and they do it like once every 3. No,
France is different, though, man. I think as a British, like the governing bodies need to look at France, because they dominate everything. Like judo,
Ballers,
the best
bro.
judo fight, like the best judoka like was the French.
Yeah.
You know, rugby, they're always
good
in the
as well,
finals or the semi-finals. Volleyball, basketball, American football, they got ballers. And like you got to look at that, like, bro, you're only like 2 hours away from us. Why are you?
What are you doing over
What are
there?
you doing?
I also think that though, like these national teams have like import coaches. So like the same coaches that are like coaching their like the GFL like one cut teams or like the Maple League One are the same ones who are like normally leading like the national program. So I feel like the level of coaching there, and especially if you're seeing these guys like, I don't know, maybe 8 times a year, you're getting a lot out of that. So there's also that. And like if you remember, like these like import coaches, that's their job. So it's like they don't have to worry about like working stuff like that. Like their job is they'll have like their GFL team or their league team, and like they're leading like the national team. So like I feel like that's a big thing, like having like full-time like people to like lead stuff like that.
That makes a massive difference. I didn't think of it like that. You know?
Yeah,
that's it. But can GB eventually be where it once was, where it was a sort of leading team in Europe?
Nah, I don't think we'll have guys.
You don't think?
I think all the guys will go.
Oh, you don't think?
Like,
also, we have the athletes who just don't think they'll go.
So like I feel like, for example, if we look at like the younger lot, their aims aren't to play for GB.
But
so like because like there's more opportunities. So I feel like it's not that they wouldn't want to play for GB. They're just aiming bigger. So like when they turn like say like 20 or 18, when they would normally play for GB, they'll probably be out in the States or like be out playing in Europe.
But shouldn't GB be one of the goals or the tick boxes?
It's not really.
Nah,
it's
man.
It's not really a thing where it's not a consistent thing. You know what I'm saying? If you're playing a major tournament every 2 years, every 4 years, you know what I'm saying? It's not like football where you're playing for England like every other year. You know what I'm saying? Or like we're not really gonna look at that. That's why I didn't look at it. You know, I never looked at GB when I was younger. I never looked at GB as a stepping stone. I just said, "Come, I can play under 19s, get good tape." Play maybe 1 year as seniors and then cut to America. And I think that's what a lot of the youngers are doing. And now that they have their academy and all these other things and PPI, they don't need to play for GB.
And I feel like that's a good thing though. Like it sucks for the GB team because we won't. I don't think we'll ever be like competing with other countries.
Yeah.
But then like I feel like there'll be pride in being able to say, but we're sending as a country this amount of guys to play at the next level.
Yeah.
So
And I think eventually, hopefully, we get to a stage where we can start subsidizing those flights. So if, let's say we've got 10 guys out in America that start smashing it, we're saying we've got a big GB game, hopefully Bath are at a stage where we can be like, yo, you guys, if you're free this weekend, we've got a game against Sweden, for example.
yeah,
like, flights covered in that, come down and play.
That'd be
Hopefully we can get
serious.
to that stage, but
That'd be
nice.
but,
That'd be
but
nice.
you're right. A lot of people will be like, nah, man, like I want to go to America. Unless you're paying for it, why would I bother coming over? So I'm paying to come
Yeah.
down here to then
And
catch a
fly
flight
out.
to where we're going, to potentially get injured, to come back to America.
Yeah,
What's the point?
it doesn't seem worth
No,
it.
Yeah,
it
so I
doesn't.
can see it from that angle. I can definitely see it from that angle. But anyways, guys, another sick episode. Thank you very much for
It's
joining
alright.
us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us, man.
Dope.
And thank you very much for watching, guys. If you haven't already, follow us on all the socials. That's at X's and O's team. And see you guys in the next episode.
Peace.
Peace out.
Easy.
No one can see you, bro.
Oh, yeah.